This is retirement of a partner, which will be asked for 12 marks. Okay, so question goes like this. As I said, retirement is almost similar to admission, just that the goodwill treatment will vary. So you will prepare a revaluation account, capital account, and balance sheet like how you prepared in the admission. So X, Y, and Z were partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio 2:2:1. Their balance sheet as on 31/3 is given. So you have liabilities amount, asset amount. Z retired on 1/4/2018 from the business. The following adjustments are to be made: stock to be increased by 20%, maintain PDD at 10% on debtors, depreciate machinery and furniture by 10% each, building are to be revalued at 60,000, goodwill of the firm is valued at 15,000, prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet. So as I said, the first account that you prepare is revaluation account. So as I said, Z retired. So this is a retirement problem. So you write revaluation account, and who are the partners? X, Y and Z are the partners. The profit sharing ratio is given as 2:2:1. Okay, yeah. So revaluation account, as I said, follow the trick. This is your debit side, this is your credit side. Any decrease in asset, increase in liability will come on the debit side. On the credit side, you have any increase in asset, decrease in liability. Okay, the same rule. Now, maintain stock is to be increased by 20%. Now, stock is an asset. Increased mean the value of the stock is increased. So, increase in asset will come this side. So, you will write by stock. Okay, before that, sorry, write particulars, amount, particulars, amount. Now, how much is stock? Increased by 20%. So, 20% on the stock value is 20,000. So 20% on 20,000 gives me 4,000. So write 4,000 here. Okay, then maintain PDD at 10% on debtors. I've told you, whenever you have to create a new PBD or increase your PBD, it will come this side. That is, you will follow the rule of liability. Any kind of provision is a liability, so you can remember that way. So PDD is provision for doubtful debts or reserve for doubtful debts. So you will apply the liability rule. That is, when you are increasing or creating a new PBD, it will come this side. When PBD has to be decreased, take it this side. Now here, maintain PDD at 10% on debtors. That means in that piggy box, they're asking you to maintain how much? 10%. So check if they've already maintained something. In the old balance sheet, right, they've given PDD is RBD is 2,000. That means they've already kept 2,000 in that piggy box. But how much they're asking you to maintain? 10%. So 10% on, always calculate from inside. So 10% on 4,000 will give me 10% on 4,000 will give me 4,000. Okay, that means I have to maintain 10% on debtors, which is 4,000 in that box. But how much have they maintained? 2,000. Okay, so how much more should I put inside that box? I should increase it by another 2,000. So which side will I take when PBD has to be increased? This side. So you will write 2 PDD. Okay, how much will I increase? 2,000. How did I get this 2,000? From 4,000, I have to maintain 4,000. But they've already maintained 2,000. So I have to put another 2,000 inside that. Okay, if this PBD wasn't there, okay, in the old balance sheet, that PBD was not there. And then they say maintain 10%. 10% on 40,000 gives me 4,000. So I have to create the full 4,000 this side. I mean, I have to create a new PBD of 4,000. Okay, next. Not to worry, PDD, I will make a small video of all the different cases. How differently it can be asked. Next, depreciate machinery and furniture by 10%. Now, machinery and furniture both are assets. Depreciate means the value of the asset decreases. So, I will take this side, decrease in asset, this side. So, I will write to machinery. Okay, now how much is machinery depreciated? 10%. 10% on machinery value. Machinery is 20,000. So 10% on 20,000 gives me 2,000. Okay, then furniture is depreciated by 10%. So you will write to furniture. How much is it depreciated? 10%. So 10% on furniture value, which is 10,000. So 10% on 10,000 gives me 1,000. Next, goodwill of the firm valued to 15. This I will take it in capital account. Building to be revalued at 60,000. Okay, building value was 50,000. Now it is revalued. Now when you check, the value of that building is 60,000. So what has happened? From 50, it is increased to 60. That means there's an increase of 10,000. So which side will I take increase in asset? This side. So I will write by building. Remember, in revaluation account, we take only the increase or decrease. That is, by how much is the jump or by how much is the decrease. Okay, decline. Okay, building. How much is the jump now? 60,000 and 50,000. So there is an increase of 10,000. Done. There are no more adjustments. Okay, just in case if you have items like outstanding salary. Now, outstanding salary is a liability. So it's an increase in liability. So I would have taken this side. Okay, or they say a creditor is most likely not to claim 1,000 rupees. That means creditor is a liability. He's not going to ask 1,000 rupees. That means what happens? His the amount due to him will reduce. Suppose if I have to pay a creditor 10,000, he is not likely to claim 1,000 rupees from that. So what happens to his value? It will become 9,000. So his value is reduced. So any reduction in liability I would take here. So please read the adjustments, understand, follow this trick and then do it. Okay. Yeah. Another example. Suppose I was building 50,000. Or patent 50,000. Okay, let's take this example. Patents 50,000. And in the adjustment, they say patent has become valueless. So what has happened? From 50,000, it has become valueless means 0. So obviously, the patent's value is decreased. So decrease in asset, I will take it on the debit side. Okay, yeah. So for admission and retirement, you follow the same rules. Yeah, that's all. Now I can close this account. Now how do I close it? As usual, total both the sides. So when I total here, I get 14,000. Here I get 5,000. 5,000 or 14,000, which is more? 14. So I write 14,000, 14,000. Now which side is less? This side. By how much is it less? 9,000. Now, how did I get 9,000? 14,000 minus 5,000 gives me 9,000. Now, this is nothing but your profit transferred to partners capital account. Now, who are the partners here? X, Y and Z. I said your first line is a hint for you that will show to whom you have to distribute and in which ratio. So X, Y and Z will get in 9,000. X share will be 2 by the total, which is 5. Y will get 9,000 into 2 by 5. Z will get 9,000 into 1 by 5. So the amount will be 3,600, 3,600, 1,800. Okay, you can write it on one line above. Okay, so this is the amount and this is the profit which is transferred to partners. If you get the balancing figure this side, you will write it as by loss transferred to partners capital account. Okay, for 2 marks theory they can ask past journal entry for revaluation profit transfer to partners. So the journal entry will be, I told you the heading will be by revaluation to partners capital account. So the journal entry for transferring revaluation profit would be revaluation account debit to X, Y or Z, or you can write to partners capital account. Revaluation account debit to partners capital account. Narration would be being revaluation profit transferred to partners capital account. Okay, another journal entry they can ask, how would you pass a journal entry for appreciation of stock? Now, which side would I take appreciation on stock? On the credit side. So, you write buy stock. How will I read this? How will I write the journal entry? Buy stock account debit. But I told you when you write journal entry, do not write buy. So, it is stock account debit. Heading will be to revaluation account. Stock account debit to 2 revaluation account being a stock appreciated. Okay, yeah, done. So the next account that I would do is capital account. Okay, capital account, again you're doing it for two partners, sorry, three partners now. Okay, so who are the partners? You will write particulars X, Y and Z. Okay, again particulars X, Y and Z. This is your debit side, this is your credit side. Okay, now as usual, you know, capital account I told you will begin with your capital balance. It's the same as I said. Your admission and retirement is almost the same. So I will begin with capital balance. So I write by balance brought forward. Remember, capital account will always have its opening balance. On the credit side, it will always be by balance brought forward. Now, how much is your capital balance? 50, 30 and 20. So write 50,000, 30,000, 20,000. Done. Then I told you transfer general reserve. General reserve, reserve fund, all this is the same. So general reserve fund is 20,000. So I will write by reserve fund. How much is it? 20,000. That 20,000 should be distributed in the profit sharing ratio, which is 2:2:1. 2:2:1. So when I distribute, I get 8,000, 8,000, 4,000. That is 20,000 into 2 by 5, 20,000 into 2 by 5, 20,000 into 1 by 5 gives me 8,000, 8,000 and 4,000. Yeah. Then I said check if you have profit and loss. Is it there? Yes, you have profit and loss 2,500. Transfer it on the same side. See, the side which I took capital, that is on credit side. The same side reserve and profit and loss is there. So take it on the same side. Sometimes they will give you profit and loss on the asset side, which is nothing but your loss. So when you have it on the asset side, you will show it this side, on the debit side. Now how much is profit and loss account? 2,500. That has to be again distributed in 2:2:1. That will be how much? 1,000, 1,500. Okay, you have to distribute all this in the old ratio. Okay, then yeah, now this is retirement. Okay, admission and retirement is the same till this step. Okay, but in admission, what did we do? A new partner brings cash in form in for goodwill and capital, so we wrote by cash. Okay, in retirement, no scene, I mean you don't have anything like that. Okay, so here we have to do the goodwill treatment. Now who's giving, as I told you, on the credit side you will show who's giving goodwill to whom. Okay, in retirement, who will give goodwill to whom? The continuing partners will give it to the retiring partner, because the retiring partner was so long, you know, working he was a part of the company. He was responsible for the reputation and goodwill. Now because of his leaving, these people will gain the profit on the reputation. So when he leaves, the continuing partners will have to contribute that his share of goodwill to him and send. So who's giving goodwill to whom? The continuing partners are giving it to the retiring partner. Now Z is retiring here. Okay, so Z is retiring. So who are the continuing partners? X and Y. So you will write by X's capital account, okay, by Y's capital account. That is, the continuing partners will give it to the Z, the retiring partner. Now, but how much will he give? Okay, they've not given Z's share of goodwill. They've given goodwill of the firm. So when goodwill of the firm is given, goodwill of the firm is given as 15,000. Okay, this is a goodwill of the firm. I will do it here. Now goodwill of the firm is given as 15,000. Okay, now in this, what is Z's share? Z is the retiring partner. So his share will be, his share is 1 by the total. That is, his share is 2:2:1. Z is here. So 1 by 5. So in 15,000, his share will be 1 by 5, which is 3,000. Now this 3,000 should be given by whom? By the continuing partners. In which ratio? In the gain ratio. Now x, y and z, their ratio was 2:2:1. Now who's retiring? Z is retiring. Okay. Now what is the gain ratio then? The left out, that is 2:2 is the gain ratio. So this 3,000 should be distributed in gain ratio by whom? X and y. Okay, now how much will X contribute? In 3,000, X will give his share, which is 2 by, the gain ratio is 2:2, which can also be written as 1:1, or you can do it 2:2, one and the same. So it will be 3,000 into 2 by the total, which is 4, will give me 1,500. Now how much will Y give? Y will also contribute into 3,000, his share, which is 2 by the total, which is 4. So that will again give you 1,500. Now this 1,500 is what they are giving to Z. Okay, so X will contribute how much? 1,500. Now how much will Y give? 1,500. If you want, you can write it in the bracket here. That is, Z's share of goodwill is 3,000. That 3,000 is distributed in gain ratio of 2:2. Okay. Yeah, done. Next. I told you the goodwill treatment, what you show here, the same thing has to be shown on the other side. Anti-clockwise read it. Now how will I read it? By Z's capital, by Y's capital, to capital. To whose capital? Z's capital. So I will write here 2Z's capital account. Okay, Z is how much? X is 1,500. Y is column 1,500. Okay, the same entry is shown on both the sides. Okay, that is, this 3,000 is shown in gain ratio 2:2 or 1:1 ratio. Or 1:1 ratio. Both are the same. Now after this, that's all. I can close this account. Now how do I close that account? Total both the sides. So when I total here, I get 72,600, 1,500. So 76,200 is 600 is more. 72,600. Now what is the balancing figure? You get 61,000. Okay, now for the continuing partners, the balancing figure will be 2 balance carried down. Okay, for Y it will be total this side and this side. I get 42,600, 42,600. The balancing figure would be 41,100. Okay, now for Z, when I balance, I get 29,300. Here it is nothing, so 29,300 is more. Now the balancing figure will be 29,300. Z is retiring, so he is no longer the partner, so I cannot write 2 balance carried down. I will write 2 Z's loan account. Okay, remember the retiring partner's balance will be transferred to his loan account. Okay, so this is your balancing figure. Done. After this, I will have to do balance sheet. So balance sheet is very simple. The same step like how we did it in admission, we will follow the same thing. Okay, I will do balance sheet here. Okay, as I said, only the goodwill treatment will vary for retirement. If not, all the other steps are the same. So you will prepare capital account, you will prepare revaluation account and balance sheet the same way. Now I'm doing balance sheet of whom? You will prepare balance sheet of X and Y as on 1/4/2018. See, this is the closing date. So the opening date will be 1/4/2018. So this is the new balance sheet as on the new date. Yeah. Now I have to start the thing. So even this I told you, you will refer the old balance sheet and your revaluation account and do the adjustment. Okay. If you've touched or if you've done anything, consider that and do it. If not, you will take it as it is. Now creditors, did I do anything in creditors in your revaluation account? Nothing. So I will copy creditors as it is. So this is your liabilities, amount